Hi everyone, it's Cyan from Rice Ball Conflict. We're gonna have a little bit of an odd episode today because some scheduling conflicts with Shio. So instead, I brought on a guest. I brought my friend Draco in. Say hi, Draco.
You said rice ball?
Yeah, that's the name of the
That's the
podcast.
name? Oh shoot. Yeah, I knew. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, it's me, Draco. Uh yeah, I'm not awkward at all. Rice
Oh, this is gonna
ball.
be great. How do you not know the name of my podcast?
I didn't know it was called rice ball. I just like, oh, Cyan has a podcast thing. That's cool. I go back to work now. Yeah.
Damn. Damn. Okay, podcast canceled. Never mind.
No.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about Draco's poor anime taste.
No, it's not poor. It's just bad.
That's worse than poor.
Oh shoot. I mean, no, it's just different. There we go.
I,
I
I
got
I would actually say it's like very almost generic in a way, but like bad generic.
bad. Damn. I just like what I like, and there's just things I'll watch. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I watched it. Anyways, I'm out.
Yeah, but there's so much good stuff that you haven't watched. I'm like, I feel like the stuff you have watched are like it's so mid.
I feel like I don't watch anymore just because I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. It's like I just watch to pass by time, you know?
I mean, same,
It's like
but like
entertaining enough that I just have in the background or I do kind of pay attention to it.
that's why
And
you
it's like
need
a
to watch
12
better
episode thing.
stuff.
But like what's better than
I've I've given you so many anime recommendations.
uh I forgot. Not gonna lie. Like what?
I don't remember. We can probably go through
You
our
don't
DMs
even
and figure
remember.
it out.
Wasn't there DMs? I thought we were playing Pokemon and
Oh, don't
and we
remind you.
talked about it.
We have done that too, and I do have those VODs. I can go through those too.
No. We still gotta go through the game.
Oh my
I
god, we
finally
do.
figured out what to do. I think. I remember what I remember seeing,
That's
what I
been
remember what I gotta do.
that's been so long ago.
That was, and we haven't even finished it, so we still
We
gotta
have
finish it.
it. But yeah, so Draco's the person that has helped me somewhat get through a Pokemon game for the first
You
time.
messaged me at like 4 in the morning today. Anyways, yeah, sorry. I just
Listen,
remembered that.
listen. I needed help.
It's
We needed
okay.
an episode. Um, but yeah, so like I've talked anime with you before, but I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever talked like where you started in anime, like what were your first ones that you watched? Because I feel like I only talked to you about the stuff that you've currently watched or like, but like where did you start with anime?
Uh, from what I remember, I think I was like 11 and I was just on my little laptop that my parents gave me back when I was still living in Canada. And I just remember seeing, I think it had to be like Pokemon. That was the first thing I sat down and fully watched. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's was like Pokemon or something like that. And they didn't know it was anime at the time. But I
Right.
remember like watching from Generation 1 to like Generation 5 of Pokemon as a kid, like every day after school, go home, flip on my little tiny baby laptop, and then watch that shit for like hours. There was that, and I did watch Digimon too.
Mm-hmm.
I also that was probably around the time I was watching Pokemon, and I didn't know it was anime. I don't know what anime was. I just watched a cartoon because I don't know. It was
Right.
entertaining. It was fun. It was creatures fighting each other. It was the coolest thing.
It was something that was so different from like everything else, right? Like it's like you had
Yeah.
cartoons and you could tell this was just like better.
I didn't know how to explain what it was because like, oh, cartoon. I was like, no, it's not. I don't know what it is, but it's not. It's just cool. It's like pictures, but moving.
That's just a cartoon.
That's not anything. No, it didn't feel like a cartoon. Another one I watched as a kid though was also Bakugans.
Oh my
That shit was
god.
fire.
Bakugan was so fucking good.
I
I
didn't know they had like a remake, and I heard it
I
was not that good.
it's still going.
It's
There's
still
there
going.
yes, there's a new season coming out
I'm
apparently.
not. Nah, I gotta
Yeah.
watch the originals. That shit was fire. I
I
remember some girl being in there with blue hair. I
Oh
don't know. It was
yeah, I remember that. I only watched it because there was a hot dude in it, or like a hot dude for me when I was a teenager, mind you. But like
which dude? What hair color?
the
The
black
brown
haired
hair?
one.
The black haired one.
There's literally only three dudes in this show, and it's either the annoying main character, the literal blonde child, or the cool guy with the black hair.
I don't even remember the guy with the black hair. I gotta look this up.
Oh my god.
Was there that guy with white hair? He was like villain or something?
No, he was blonde hair with the villain.
Or
And he had like
was
the weird
oh
sunglasses thing, the
yeah,
visor.
I remember
Yeah,
glasses.
masquerade.
Okay. But yeah, that was probably it. And then from there, I think when people started talking about anime, I was like, okay, what is this? I got introduced to it. I was like, ooh, watch I probably watched Sword Art Online first, to
Oh
be
my
honest.
god. And there here it
Maybe,
starts.
I think. That's the only one I can remember being memorable. Otherwise, I would be on like YouTube and it'd be like animes where it's like they'd have it in the corner and then they'd have something in the background or something else playing, or it's just like a background moving and very blurred, scuffed like video of like the anime is distorted, but it's like I can
What?
still kind of hear. You've never seen that on YouTube because it was like copyright shit.
Oh, okay. So this was okay. So I'm in a different era of YouTube for anime watching because that wasn't a problem. I do know what you're talking about, but I was already like watching things on sus sites by then, so I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't get to the sus sites because I was scared of viruses.
As you
That shit
should
was
be.
scary.
Yeah,
As
that
I
shit is
should be.
scary.
Bro, I've had my Steam hacked. That shit sucked. I've
Yeah.
had everything hacked. My Discord, my Steam at like one point, my email.
But if you
It
don't go
was
to the sus sites, how do you know if there's MILFs within 5 miles of you wanting your attention?
I didn't want MILFs around me. Dude, why are they 5 miles? Go further. No wonder they're 5 miles. God damn.
Oh my god. But yeah,
No,
no,
I did watch Pokemon though on a sus site. It was I swear it was like a Bulbapedia site or something, but they
oh
had
my
like
god.
advertisements, and I remember watching that shit on my like grandma's computer at like my grandparents, and they saw me watching it, and they also saw like the just like anime tits on the side.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, look, it's Pokemon. I'm not caring about the ads. I'm caring about Pokemon. They were so concerned.
Oh my god.
It was so funny.
I
God.
will say, like, I watched one episode of Pokemon in my early 20s with an ex of mine.
Mhm.
And
So that's why you hate Pokemon. It's your
no,
origin
no,
story
no,
right
no,
here.
no, no, no.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because this actually almost made me like Pokemon, but it's because it was a subtitled version, but it was like gag subs, I guess. And I don't remember shit about like what was going on because I know there was Ash and Pikachu there, and they made translations for Pikachu. Like Pikachu was attacking this giant bird thing, and he's like, "No, you fucking bitch! Don't you run away from me!" And then shocks it, and then he like
Bro,
collapses, and he like, "Damn, never mind."
what is
And
this
like,
abridged version of Pokemon? I gotta watch
but it
that.
was all subtitled. It wasn't like dubbed, so it was like, well, this is
Oh,
like a normal bridge. And like Ash is talking about he wants to go to the new region to get bitches, and I'm like, wait, this can't be Pokemon. And that was my first introduction to ever watching Pokemon, aside from
oh,
like seeing the movies and stuff. So
that would be so funny making a abridged Pokemon with like shit like that.
I had no
Oh,
idea because we watched that episode because my ex was super excited for the new season. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna be so good." And
yeah.
he we watched that first episode, and I was so confused, and I was like, this is the thing you watch?" And he's like, "No, but that was hilarious. Let's go to the next episode." And the next episode wasn't like that. I was like, "All right, never mind. This is bad. You have fun with this." Um,
Damn.
I don't know what season it was either. I just remember he was talking to the professor about getting bitches, and Pikachu cursed at this giant bird thing. And there was this
Bro.
dude with an attitude problem, and that's all I remember.
So that's probably the first one because
No, it
dude
wasn't first. It was
was it not
definitely
the
like
first?
no, it
Dude
was
with attitude problem. That reminds me of Gary.
no, it had like a because one of those. The only reason I know it's not the first because I can look at the first one and I know what the starters are,
Yeah.
and unless the anime goes by different logic, but the anime for this one, like the dude with an attitude got a starter, but the starter wasn't Charizard, Squirtle, and the frog thing.
Okay.
So that's the
Frog
only reason I know it's not this.
voice.
The dude with the attitude got this green lizard thing.
Trico.
You're throwing words at me. I don't know.
Did he was he like weird stick lizard thing that stood up?
uh, you're
No,
asking
wait,
me to
maybe he's
remember
on all
something
four.
from 10 years ago.
Was he green?
It was green.
Green lizard
It
thing,
was
and
like
it
this.
didn't look like a turtle.
It did not look like a turtle.
Did not look like, yeah,
Wait,
just
there's a green
probably
turtle?
Trico. Yeah, Turtwig. Well,
Okay.
that's not helpful. I can
No.
show you. I'll show you a picture of him. He's adorable.
Please.
Heart. You want it? You want to see the green turtle?
Show me the. I know. Show me the lizard thing you think it is,
Okay, okay.
and
hold
I
on.
will tell you if you're right or not.
I'm pretty sure there's no. I can't think of another lizard thing. Chikorita don't look like no goddamn lizard.
No, Chikorita's the green
So
dick butt thing, right?
this is Trico.
No, not that.
This wasn't it.
No,
Bro, I
that's
don't
not
know.
it.
Green was it? You said green lizard thing?
A green lizard thingy.
Well,
No,
that's
that's a turtle.
Yeah, that's the turtle.
That's derpy looking.
That he's adorable. We love him. Green lizard thing. Oh. Did the green lizard thing also have an attitude?
I don't
Or this
remember.
thing?
Yes, that thing.
It was Snivy. You watch Black and White. Damn.
I don't know. Actually, that makes
So
sense.
that had to be like
would be black and white because so I do have a copy of Pokemon Black because my ex bought me a copy of it so he could play white and I would play black. The problem is I never played it.
See, Trico's a lizard. This is a snake with arms.
A snake with arms is literally a lizard. It has arms and legs.
No, he loses the arms. He loses them at some point.
Okay, but right now he's a lizard.
He looks like a leaf to me.
That's literally what is a snake other than a lizard without arms and legs?
What is this? It's like a worm but with scales.
That's just a legless lizard.
A worm without scales is a legless lizard?
That's what that is. That is just a lizard.
A worm without scale. Or with scales. What the hell did I say? Anyways.
Also, if it's a leaf, it doesn't have scales. It's got leaves. So it's not a lizard either.
It's got a leaf. Oh my god.
Why
what is it? You tell me. Does this turtle, the green derpy turtle, have scales too? Is it not a turtle?
I don't know the physics of Pokemon. You're the Pokemon fanatic,
it's just
not
low
me.
detail. There's not high detailed showing us.
Listen, if you're asking me about the physics of Digimon, I got you. I don't know shit about Pokemon.
How the hell did they grow like robotic shit?
Data.
Who the fuck is Data?
Data is in like computer data.
Oh, Data. I was like, Data. I don't know who that is.
No, they're all digital, so they get armor stuff because digital stuff is in the internet, and that's what they do.
Digital stuff is on the internet, so that's what they do.
Yes.
I could have just made like my little lizard boy into a tank.
That's how it works. They're literally for computer programs.
It's weird. They should have stayed like creatures.
They some of them do. Some
of them do, and I respect that.
There's also one that is poop that continues to stay poop the entire time.
What?
It just turns into different colored poop.
Different colors?
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's probably not healthy.
There's Sukamon, and there's Platinum Sukamon, and there's Golden Sukamon.
What? Yeah. These are rarities of poop?
No, they're stronger versions of poop.
That's what? How is?
I don't want to hear. Pokemon has a
look it up.
Pokemon has a literal sludge Pokemon, and then it also has a trash bag. We get to
True.
have our poop in Digimon.
Your poop. Yeah, go ahead. You get to have your poop. We
We
get our
have our
sludge and our trash.
and whatever other weird stuff like set of keys and
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely took a turn from creatures to like inanimate objects
yeah.
becoming real. One
You
of
wanna
them's
you wanna
literally an ice cream cone.
you wanna talk shit about oh how does Digimon get armor? How the fuck does ice cream become sentient?
We never know.
Exactly. At least I have an explanation for mine.
I mean, I could give you the simple answer. It'd say it's because of Arceus or Arceus or however people say it, the god of Pokemon. But like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Mm. In the new one, Scarlet and Violet, they literally have car engines as a Pokemon.
I don't want to talk about that game. That game has a fucking Pokemon that has wheels, but it runs on legs.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
That is
No, you're
bad.
talking about the legendary. It's actually it looks like it has wheels and it looks like a bike. It's written like a bike, but it runs on its legs. The the wheel part is actually not for just driving. It's actually because it's floating device. What? It like inflates it and it helps it stay above water. That's literally what it's used for.
I hope
I've
you
never
know how
actually
insane
seen
you
it.
sound.
I'm insane. No. I remembered having this conversation with other people like, "It's got wheels, it doesn't use them." I was like, "That's its tail and that's its chest, and that's about it. It looks like wheels, but it's used for floating
Why it look like wheels? The other one has actual wheels that roll. Why does this one not have wheels that roll?
because the other one's from the future and it's like a rocket. It's like a penis rocket from what I remember.
Okay,
I don't
but do
know.
you
I don't
know
talk about Violet.
wheels have existed for a long ass time? Does this Pokemon predate the invention of the wheel?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. It's supposed to be like some primitive shit that came from I God who knows, Area Zero. I guess that's what it's called.
Why
I'm
did
gonna
the,
be honest, I skipped a lot of the dialogue because I would not skip it if Nomona was there because she was hot, and that was about it.
how did this turn into 20 minutes of us talking about Pokemon?
I don't know because I don't know. But we got there's many questions about Pokemon. I just never questioned it.
I have
I,
so
I
many
still like it.
questions.
I just never questioned.
Oh, God.
Look, if you have that's our questions now. We have questions about this. You talk to me, we'll talk together, and we'll be like, this doesn't make sense. And then we'll
Listen,
move on.
I bring up those questions every time we play the Pokemon game you have us playing.
Bro, we should play it again just
We
so you
do.
have more questions.
We have to finish it. God damn it.
We have to finish it.
Well, now we
The
have time to finish it, so
yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
because we haven't been able to play it in a while. It's been a while. I don't even remember what we did last. I just remember
I remember going to Lake of Rage after beating the shit out of Team Rocket, and that was about it.
I remember getting yelled at for the names I had of a certain fox Pokemon. That's it.
Your names are totally correct and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with naming whatever you want. That's the
Exactly.
freedom of Pokemon. You can name Tanga Tenga. I started doing that. I
Oh
named
my
my
god.
Togepi Tenga. I was like, I'm so inspirational.
I
I
have
mean, I've been
converted.
inspired. Yeah.
Listen, I just see a thing and I describe it and I give it a name.
There I noticed when I was playing Scarlet,
Mhm.
there's a lot more Pokemon that do look like sex toys, and I'm like, Cyan's gonna shit on this so much. I
Oh
gotta
my
get one.
god. Oh my
I
god.
gotta get one. I gotta show him.
Oh
It's
my
it's
god.
amazing. Some
I
of
need
them
it.
are good, but most of them are shit. Not gonna lie.
I can definitely agree with that second part. I know I have
Most of them are shit. Yeah.
there are two Pokemon designs that I saw that I actually really really liked, and
Which
then they
one?
proceeded to give them forms that made them look stupid. And you are asking me to remember names of
I'm
anything.
not saying names. I'm like explanation, like what it looked like, what
Uh,
color,
the newest one, well, the one that recently got destroyed was
the
just
cat.
the cat. The
The
cat
green
that they
cat.
turned into a giraffe.
A furry. Oh, giraffe.
Yes.
Giraffe.
It's a yellow cat that they turned into a giraffe in the newest like release of the newest games. Like
Of the newest games. A cat that
I
furry
think I
giraffe.
literally sent you a picture of this asking
Did
if it
you?
was real. I'm pretty sure it was in like the big Pokemon
Oh.
announcement thingy.
Alright, time for me to scroll up. I remember you sending me Roserade, you know, the fidget spinner arms.
Yes.
That was oh, that one! Raikou. That's a legendary, yeah. I have not actually seen one in game yet. I haven't done the DLC shit. I've
Yeah.
been meaning to. I
I
like
like
it.
I like that original design, but then I saw that and I'm like, how did you make it look stupid? What
Well, it's like
happened?
it's supposed to be a paradox Pokemon or some bullshit. It's like an alternate reality of Pokemon. So that they've been making like the legendary trio into like dinosaurs because they were originally just legendary trio dogs.
A giraffe
Even
is
though
not a
that one looks like
dinosaur.
it's not a giraffe.
It's
it's,
a
it's
giraffe.
supposed to be like a brachiosaurus because Suicune, which is the blue one, looks like a raptor. And
Very,
I don't know
very bold of you to assume I know what the blue one is.
the blue one. Anyways, you don't need to know about the blue one. You've seen the blue one in
Have I?
yeah, in Soul Silver, Heart Gold, that blue jumping thing that goes around you. The games that we were playing, it's
I
like we keep seeing it, and then some dude comes after us, like, "Oh my god, it's Suicune." Anyways, see you later, and that's all he does. Like we've
I do
seen,
not recall
you'll
this.
know we will see him a lot, and we've been seeing him a lot, so you'll see
Okay.
him again
Okay.
for
I'll
sure.
take your word for it.
Because I think you technically have to catch him, but you will see him, I swear.
Okay.
The blue one.
Uh,
I don't know. I like calling them just like the blue one, the red one.
I
It makes it so much harder for you to know what is the best.
I have no clue. I just remember seeing Raikou. Is that right?
Yeah,
And
I guess Raikou. I have no
I,
idea. I just call it Raikou or Raikou.
I remember seeing them and I was like, oh, that's a cool design. Pokemon does have cool designs. And then like I saw like other stuff. Like, okay, never mind. It has one. Okay, I give it one.
What is that? It doesn't
Um.
evolve into that though. It doesn't evolve over.
Okay,
So
that's good. I
it's
think
just a different form.
the other one does evolve into it. I think. I'm not sure. It's the white emo thing with the horn on its head.
The white emo thing.
Yeah, it has
Also
like
in
a.
that picture you sent? Let
No,
me see.
I did not send you a picture of this
You didn't
one.
send me a picture of
No,
this one?
I don't think I've ever talked to you about this one. It
Show me the
it
emo.
has it's a like cat. It's another cat. It's all
Another
white,
cat?
but it's got a blue face, and it has a horn on the side of its head. But the white hair on its face is like emo hair. It has the emo bangs.
Hold on. It emo bangs white hair.
Don't know how else to describe it. It looked cool though. It like a cat thing.
This shit? Hold on, it's this?
No, ew, what the
White.
fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying. Cat thing.
Please tell the audience what the fuck you just sent me because I can't describe this.
I sent it's what the fuck's it called? Hisuian Sneasel and Weavile. That's what I sent.
Fucking
I
nightmare
had
fuel, whatever the fuck it is.
I yeah, it really is. It's scary. Cat,
He has
all
like
white,
it's on
blue
four. It's
face,
cat. It's like literally a cat. It's on four legs. It's all
cat
white,
on four legs.
like actually white. Has emo hair and it has a blue face and a horn on the side of its head. I can picture it perfectly. I do not know what it's called.
I love how you say emo face.
It has the emo bangs. Like it literally has the side bang of emo hair.
Side.
It would be an earlier thing because I this was one of the first like Pokemon I knew about. Uh
So I found Esper and I'm just gonna show you this little. He's
Why does it have like a dead stare? Is that thing
Look,
alive?
that's that's the best part. This is its evolutions, like, next to it. It's so funny.
I both of it evolves into both of them?
Yeah, female or male.
Okay. I don't like
Blue
it.
face, emo hair. Last one, it's Luxray. That's my guess.
That's
This?
not even white.
Oh,
It
you said
doesn't
white.
have emo hair. You
White?
it has the
Guys,
side bang that covers half its face.
I don't even think it's a
Mm.
cat
It
anymore. It's
is a
probably something else I'm
cat.
thinking
It's
of.
literally a cat.
It's lit last thing you said,
Oh my
you know what?
god.
Maybe it emo
Let
bang.
let me
I
let me look. Uh
start searching like emo bang hair white cat.
white emo cat poke if I can spell Pokemon. Uh uh oh my god.
Pokemons.
The, most of these aren't even white.
Yeah, that's why I was like, white? I haven't seen
it's
many
it's
white Pokemon.
it's all I that's the one fact I'm 100% sure of. Oh, I found it. I just took out the word cat. But it's still a cat. But this
Is
is
it a cat? I
uh
gotta see this.
the first image that came up is the form I hate though. It's it's
The form I
the
hate?
like evolution I hate. This thing.
Oh, Absol. That's not a cat.
That is totally a fucking
That's
cat.
not a cat.
Look at that face and tell me that's not a cat.
That's not a cat.
What the fuck is it then?
A dog.
That is not a dog. That is
It's like
not a
weird, but
dog.
this. So you dislike this one?
Yes, it looks stupid with all the like wings and swirly stuff. It looked cool when it was like sleek and stuff.
But the
Now,
mega evolution is what you dislike. Well,
yeah,
good thing they don't add that shit anymore. So
like
that's like, I think this Pokemon was like the sign for like disasters to be struck. So if you saw this and then something terrible is gonna go down,
that's
and that was
cool.
about it.
See,
Yeah, it's
that's
like
cool. That's a like
more.
it's a
Reading the you've read some of the Pokédexes playing when we were playing the Pokemon games.
yeah.
Some of them can be like really dark. Like there's one of them
See,
that's literally a balloon. It just kidnaps children.
yeah, I've been told about
I
that
love
one.
it.
I'm told about the stupid like one that doesn't make sense where it's like it wears the skull of its mother that was killed by poachers and I'm like so like it comes out of a freaking egg and it knows its mom's
And
dead and
already,
just puts on the
my mom
skull.
dead.
That how it work? That don't make
Yeah.
sense. No. I reject. That is not
No,
depressing. This is just like this is some emo kid's like power fantasy of like I have the most epic backstory. I just came out of this egg and like my mother was killed by poachers and this is her skull I found after I crawled out of the egg and I must wear it.
it just spawned on my face, I guess.
Like
Yeah, I actually have no clue how Cubone works. I just know it wears a skull. And
it's,
it
it's
doesn't.
it's a I guess okay design. Like it's not just an animal, which is generally my in our playthrough. Like everything I'm catching is literally just if it's not just an animal, I'll
It's a
catch it.
bug. That's what it
Yeah,
was. It's either an animal thing or a bug.
yeah. It's this is literally just a bird. This is literally just a rat.
Yeah.
This is literally just a caterpillar. Why would I like want this? Like I can draw a bird and say, hey, this is not a regular animal. This is a Pokemon.
Yeah,
Great.
the cool shit is way later. It's that's how it always has been for all the cool Pokemon. You
Hmm.
don't see till way later, and it sucks
I'm
because you don't
waiting
want to
for
train
it.
this bird or this garbage and all of that.
I'm waiting for it, but so far all I got is the thing with the Wi-Fi
I feel like you're
signals.
gonna be waiting a while because there's none of them are like super. I don't know what's cool to you versus cool to me. I guess I like them dragon types and all that, but
See,
for Soul Silver there wasn't much of that. I like turtles.
see, I also, in theory, would like dragon types, but the dragon types I've
They
seen,
look ugly.
they do. Like,
They
there's literally a
do.
dragon type that just looks like a yellow Barney the dinosaur, and I'm like, that's not a
Yeah.
fucking dragon. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're talking about Dragonite. That's one of them that you can actually get. It's
I don't
supposed to
want
be an
it.
axolotl, actually.
I don't want it.
You don't have to get it.
Okay.
I have it,
I.
actually.
Oh my
I
god.
have the pre-evolution of it.
Oh
I
my
just don't
god.
want to evolve it.
I don't blame you.
I
I
feel
would
like
also not
the
want Barney the dinosaur on my team.
it's just ugly. I don't know. It looks so cool and then it got ugly.
Yeah, I'm like I like dragons. I am obsessed with dragons. Every dragon Pokemon I have seen has been very not cool.
Underwhelming.
So
I mean, I think Garchomp is pretty cool. I know I'm just telling you names and you'd be like, "What is that?"
I'm
I
just
can show
like,
you a picture actually if you would like. Show
you
you a
can go
picture of
for
Garchomp.
it.
I can think of like only 3 actual like cool looking dragon types, and that's about
Okay.
it. Like the other one of them's an apple. That that like
What?
I don't know how one's an inhaler. So this
What?
is yeah, it's not really an inhaler, but it looks like it.
Okay,
It's
so
from Sword and
that's
Shield.
I would say that's an okay Pokemon design,
This is the one I named you after.
but
I
like
caught this and I named after
oh
you.
my god.
Yeah.
But like when I look at this, my first thought is like, oh, that's a dragon. My first thought is like that's some aquatic creature. That's like a shark thing.
Yeah.
That's not a dragon. That's just a shark on
It's
legs.
like a lizard shark dragon thing. It's well, I don't really think it's
Oh,
a dragon
you're
dragon,
okay
but
with
it looks
calling that a lizard, but the green lizard I named before isn't a lizard.
It's not even a lizard.
It's a
It's a
lizard.
reptile, but yeah. This is the inhaler. This is a dragon type.
That is not a dragon type.
It's a steel dragon type. I was like, no, that's just my inhaler I lost years ago.
That's a paperweight.
That's a paperweight.
Why has it got a power button? That's a no. That's a fucking lighter. That's not. That's
That's a lighter.
it's a lighter. It's got the flicky thing and everything. That's a lighter.
This is the new dragon type that they added. That isn't the legendary. It's pretty meh, not gonna lie.
That looks like a dinosaur. That does not look like a dragon.
I feel like they align the dragon types with
Also,
dinosaurs now.
please name these things for the people that aren't seeing our DMs.
I think this is called Baxcalibur. I think that's how you say it. That's what it's called.
Bax
From
Caliber?
Baxcalibur. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a reference from like Godzilla because one of its moves, it does that weird like Godzilla on his tail and just
Okay.
floating kind of movement, but it does it
I
like backwards. It's weird.
I can see the Godzilla resemblance, but again, I do. It does not scream dragon to me.
Oh, God, a bunch of them don't scream dragon, and the ones that do aren't dragon, like
Mm-hmm.
Charizard. It's so stupid. Like this actually looks like more Godzilla than the other one.
Yeah, that
That's not a dragon type,
I wouldn't
and
think
it's
it's a
and
dragon type either,
Tyranitar is not
though.
a dragon type.
I also
Uh,
wouldn't think that's a dragon type. That's just a dinosaur.
why'd I type to you? Ignore that. I can't even spell that. I don't even spell it right, to be honest.
You're out here spelling ara ara, misspelling it in my
No.
DMs.
All right. Opinions on Aerodactyl, right?
Uh, why you got a
Looks more
shovel?
dragon than
That's a dinosaur. That's not
that's
a
a dinosaur
dragon.
too?
That's
That's not a
a
dragon.
that's
Not a
literally a
dragon
dinosaur.
type.
That is literally a dinosaur. Like,
It looks like a wyvern to actually, yeah, it's kind of why is it so round? I never noticed how round it was.
what the fuck is this thing? What I don't know what the flying dinosaur things are called. I've watched enough Jurassic Park that I know what they look like, but I don't know what they're called.
So this, Charizard
Uh huh.
that looks like a dragon
Yeah, that
more
looks like a
than
dragon.
like any other thing.
That
That's not a
that's
dragon type. That's
that's
like
the first dragon you fucking showed me. That is
yeah.
out of all the images you just sent me, that's the only thing that
That's
looks
the
like a
first
fucking
one.
dragon.
Not the dinosaur Barney thing.
No, that's because that's a
uh
dinosaur.
oh, I got another one.
Oh
I
no.
I not, now I gotta say if you think this looks like a dragon, this is like what does this look like to you? What does that look like to you?
That's a
A
dragon.
Flygon. That looks like a dragon?
That looks
Okay.
like a dragon.
That is a dragon type.
Why you got
Looks like a bug.
goggles though?
I don't know. Wait.
Yeah,
I do
bubble
know.
eyes. It's kind of
Bubble.
creepy. I feel like you could stab them and it would hurt him.
I
They
think
would pop.
maybe. I think it's for like sand, protected from its eyes. It's like
Can I
a.
pop them? I want to pop
I don't
them.
know if it's hard or not. I've never touched a Flygon before. You might like this one. It's not in any of the games that we're gonna be playing anytime soon. But what
Soon you imply that we're gonna be playing multiple.
honestly, no. But what about this one? What is this? Is
Uh,
this
it's more dino still. Like,
Dino
it
just
looks
with
more.
weird wings on its shoulder?
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
dino
that's a
wings.
dragon type Zekrom.
Kind of butt plug.
That's restaurant. Yeah, it does. That was one of them. I was like, it's just a butt plug tail. Uh, I can't even think. I'm just hold up.
This
I wonder if
entire
I can just find
episode
the
is just
list.
gonna be Draco educates me on
No.
Pokemon.
Okay, so this is the entire list so far of
What?
all dragon types. All of everything in this picture is a dragon
Okay.
type,
The
and
first one
like,
looks like a dragon.
yeah, that's Charizard's Mega.
Okay.
So they finally gave him some dragon, but
There's
it's not
literally a
like
bird here.
yeah. It's a bird Altaria.
There's a seahorse here.
I'm blind. Yeah, that's also
First
correct.
row.
Zebra. Kingdra, actually, not
There's
Zebra.
a bug thing next to the dragon thing with the bubble eyes. Um,
That's his evolution. Yes.
First one on the third row. That's a dragon. I'll accept that.
Rayquaza? Okay. The
I'll
green one, right?
yeah.
What about the one below it? My favorite legendary.
That's a snake.
That's a snake.
That's a fancy snake.
That's a fancy snake.
That's a fancy snake.
I love him.
What the
I love
fuck?
Giratina. It's my favorite.
Why is
There's
there a
one that's literally a T-Rex.
There's a Hydra here. Those are fucking
Yeah.
dinosaurs. What is the slime creature I am looking at? Why are there 5 of them? What are these slime thingies?
There's 5 slime thingies. I'm looking at 3.
I have 2 on the 5th row on the last. The first one
Yeah.
on the 6th row and the last one on the 6th row.
The last one, the 6th row. Oh, I forgot Grandpa was a dragon type. Yeah,
Uh,
he's weird.
why is
But
there a
that's the
bat?
entire like legendary, not the legendary. That's Gudra.
There's
The
a
bats are
tree.
Noivern.
There is a tree in here.
Yeah, there's a tree in here.
Why is there a palm tree?
Cause that's a dragon type, apparently.
That is not a dragon.
But out of like all of these, only like a couple, and that's about it.
There are 2 dragons I see that I accept.
There are 2 dragons that you see.
There are 2 dragons that I will accept as dragons. I'm trying to figure out what some of this stuff is I'm looking at so hard.
It really is. Okay, you don't have to keep looking at it. But
I'm
dragon types
mesmerized.
are cool, but like they're not all like dragon. I guess that's why it's called a dragon type instead of just being a dragon Pokemon.
I guess.
They didn't even add the apple. I forgot that was. They didn't add the apple legend. I think. Yeah, they didn't add anything past Alola, but it's dragon types are always weird.
Yeah.
Gotta love them. The typing overall is like that one cool type that everyone likes. Just because it's OP mainly.
I mean, I'll stick to my Digimon dragon types.
I didn't even know Digimon had types, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they have typing in Digimon, but the typing is well, for your weaknesses, they have the rock paper scissor method, which is like virus, data, and vaccine. And then you have a secondary typing, which is generally like your elemental nature. But as far as like design wise, like the dragon designs of Digimon, I love.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But yeah, like they have a few. Granted, since they don't have a specific like dragon typing, they have a bunch of stuff that's yeah, that's a dinosaur, and you can just call it a dinosaur, and it's not up to like, oh, it tells me it's a dragon, but it's a dinosaur. It tells me it's a dragon, but it's a freaking palm tree. So
I don't think they don't say, "Oh, it's a dragon." They just say it's a dragon type.
yeah, but
So,
yeah,
this bird Pokemon, dragon.
Digimon doesn't really have that. But
Okay, okay.
I mean, we
I
have.
mean,
I'll give you a. Here, it's not the best picture of this, but I'll send you a Zulongmon, which is probably my favorite dragon Digimon.
I have 0 is that a cloud?
He is made of all energy.
He looks sick, but he's got a nice beard.
So like Digimon pulls a lot of their evolutions from like mythology and stuff. So
Okay.
Azulongmong, I believe, and I could be wrong on this one because there could be another one that actually represents this, but this is like Seiryu, like the Japanese ice dragon, where it's Suzaku, Ginbu, Byakuya, and
Peekaboo, yeah.
yeah, Pikachu. What the fuck?
Not you agreeing.
Fuck off. But yeah, so like I actually don't know if you're enough into like Japanese lore to like know the cardinal like deities of that kind of stuff.
No.
You don't know
I do
about
not know that. I don't know about that stuff.
see this
I might have
guy.
heard the names here and there, but I
Well,
don't
so
know much
like,
about it.
and I'll give a brief explanation on this one because you
Okay.
if you watch more anime that I recommend, you might get this. But so Japanese, they each of their cardinal directions are like guarded by a guardian, which
Mhm.
Suzaku is a phoenix,
Yeah.
Genbu is a turtle,
Okay.
Byakuya is like a tiger, and then Seiryu is an ice dragon, and they're like the four guardian
Of the
beast
galaxy. Oh, I mean,
uh
yeah.
of like Japan, I guess.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so Azulongmon is the ice dragon. And he is
Okay.
actually the thing that Black War Greymon is trying to free to fight.
Oh.
So,
Oh, shoot. Wait, do you never get to see it?
you do see him like when Black War Greymon. But this is, by the way, a conversation we had before the podcast for the
Yeah.
listeners.
Okay.
But like, um, so you see him in glimpses in the series, but he never succeeds in actually waking him up in that series. The first time you actually see him in an anime of Digimon, you see him in Digimon Tamers.
Tamers.
Yeah, which is the one with the yellow fox and the red dinosaur.
Ah, yes.
Yes, yes.
And do they fight him? Or
Uh,
he just exists?
he's kind of a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Damn, if
So
I was gonna be able to destroy the world, I wouldn't want to be a good guy.
well, I mean, he's it's complicated because like
Why
a
is it
lot of the
so cool?
digital world doesn't like humans interfering, so they don't really like the Tamers. But they kind of band together against a mutual enemy that is trying to destroy the digital world. So
Oh.
they're kind of like they're good guys, but good guys only because they don't really have a choice.
So is the digital world like not real? It's just digital,
So,
and like they get transferred into it?
uh, this is gonna go
Remember
into
how the
deep lore.
entire plot
This
yeah.
so a lot of the Digimon series don't really tie in the actual origins of the digital world. It's kind of you kind of piece it together either from games or from like different media, animes and stuff.
Mhm.
Based off of Tamers, uh, this group of I think six, I don't know if it's five or six people got together and they were making a AI program for a video game that they eventually lost control of, and the AI became the mons they made actually gained sentience and created their own world. So like the human world is very much like, oh, this is just a cute little card game and an anime series that was made, but like the designs that this team put into the computer gain sentience. So while they're playing the card game, like this whole digital world is being built inside this supercomputer
Okay.
that was created by humans, and it's growing as it's like technology is increasing. The Digimon themselves are becoming more complex, and they're evolving on their own with the data that they have. So the digital world is essentially existing, and this is only in some lore because I don't know how some of the other series handle it, but most lore, the Digimon exist inside one supercomputer that is now a parallel world of its own alongside the human world, and it's just essentially the internet. So it has become one with the internet, so it's you can access it in a lot of the games through the internet or any kind of digital space. Like in Digimon Cyber Sleuth, they create this almost VR chat style community where people can hold business meetings and stuff inside this virtual world. But since it's made in a virtual world, it's kind of overlapping with the digital world, so Digimon are able to cross over into it, and then humans find these Digimon inside their little VR chat, and they're like, "Oh, these are viruses," and then hackers are like, "Oh, we can use these viruses to attack things," and thus people become partners with Digimon, and so on and so forth. So
So
it's
this is not an isekai?
it is not an isekai, no,
How is that not an isekai?
because you don't ever get trapped in the other world.
So an isekai would have to be you get trapped in the other world.
Yeah, the isekai is literally like being in another world, and being stuck there for the most part, right? Like, um, what like Konosuba, ReZero, like they're reincarnated, stuck in this fantasy world, and they never go back. Really,
But
they
it's still
just come.
going to another world.
I mean, that's most things though. Like, if you, it depends
Yeah,
on how you
right?
want to define another world. Like Dragon Ball Z, they go to other planets. That's another world. Is Dragon Ball an isekai?
I have no idea. I've never watched Dragon Ball.
But like, would you consider going to? Because like, for in translation, going to another planet would be going to another world. Would that be
But
considered an
it's
isekai?
like willingly, right? Didn't these like kids in Digimon just get transferred there at some
Uh,
point?
they do initially, but they go back very like, and that's only in adventures. Adventures they go into the digital worlds very early. They get
Yeah,
pulled into it, but then they eventually go back home, and afterwards when they go back of their own choice, and
yeah.
they travel back and forth. So it's only for the first 13 episodes of a 104 episode series that they're trapped in the digital world. The
I
rest of
feel
the
like it's on
series,
like the line of being kind of like an isekai.
see, I still view isekai as like the whole plot is like they're in the other world, and that's the theme for the entire series. Because like
Yeah,
isekai is not a genre. If it was a genre, I would accept it. But if it's not going to be considered a genre, then it
as the
shouldn't.
theme, then
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
okay.
got to be a theme that's throughout it the entire time. It's like Magical Girl. Like Magical Girl is in the same like theme of an isekai, or like the same grouping as an isekai, where just because they have magic powers and they're female does not make it a magical girl, or else we would have a lot more magical girl anime.
That's not how what? That's not how that works. Damn, I thought you just transform and boom, magic powers. That's an not isekai. That's a magical girl right there.
So you're saying they have to transform to be a magical girl? Because a lot of magical girl series don't have transformations.
They don't. They just exist.
Yeah. Cardcaptor Sakura, there's no magical transformation. And Revolutionary Girl Utena, which is considered a magical girl series, no transformations, and the main character doesn't even have magical powers.
I remember being told Moon Knight was a magical girl.
Oh my
Technically,
god.
bro,
Yeah.
you know who told me that? That one person that you don't like, and I don't like. But yeah, that's who told me that. I was like, yeah, I have no idea. Never
There's
really thought about it.
you say that like there's like a
There's
lot
a
of
lot
people
of
that I don't
people.
like.
I never. You never know.
Male or female?
The woman.
Okay, I know who then. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
I was
was
like, I
like,
don't think you know many people that I know besides like
yeah, but I didn't know if it was
two.
like another thing. But just clarifying. But
Yeah, yeah,
that
no.
makes sense from that person. Um,
Okay.
they have
So
some weird takes.
Digimon not technically an isekai.
Uh,
Gotcha.
so what I would think for like a theme like isekai or for magical girl series, like it has to be a prevailing like theme throughout the series, but it also, I think, has a certain feel to it. Like,
Mhm.
you can have something that is isekai coded without being isekai, but how do you have something isekai coded if it's not, if there's not a certain feel for an isekai? Like, I think a lot of things that are kind of fantasy adjacent nowadays, like how to pick up girls in a dungeon, or is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon, whatever that one is. Like, it kind of feels like an isekai, but it's not an isekai. Does that make sense? Like, it kind of has that, a lot of the same tropes as an isekai does, but it's not an
But it's
isekai.
not an isekai, yeah,
Yeah,
because that's, like, where they live. So,
exactly.
it'd
So
have to
like,
be, like, fantasy, trapped in a different world,
mm,
and, like, have to find a way back kinda thing,
I would
right?
say that finding a way back is actually like almost never on the agenda. And granted, this is, I haven't watched a
True.
lot of isekais, but of the ones I've watched, ReZero, Shield Hero, Konosuba, what was the other one? The other really shitty one that I watched. I don't remember. But like all of them,
Reincarnated as a slime?
I haven't watched that one. No, that was the latest one
I
people have been
watched it,
trying to get
not
me.
all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
but
not watched it fully,
but generally, like they might talk about wanting to go back early in the series, but it's never really
like,
talked about later.
priority.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now we're saving the world, and like it's never talked about again. Or it's ReZero and the guy just never wants to go back.
I would never wanna go back too. My life was
Yeah.
pretty shitty,
So,
honestly. That's why I love isekais. These are worlds I would have loved to been in,
oh my
maybe,
god.
depends, I don't know.
Yeah, so like that's my thoughts on that, cuz it's not labeled as a genre, so I don't think it should be treated as a genre, cuz a genre is something where like, okay, it has enough of this element to be considered like an action. There has to be some action elements, but it doesn't have to be like action all the way through to be considered an action. Romance, have a little romance in there, but it doesn't have to have romance throughout the entire thing.
Do you like romance animes?
Yeah. I
What's a good one that you like? Or that you've watched?
well, my favorite one is Say I Love You.
Say I Love You.
Yeah, there's a Japanese
Never
word
seen
for it, but it's literally just "say I love you" in
I don't
Japanese.
think I've ever seen it.
So,
I've not watched many romance animes.
so
Does
my,
Silent Voice count? Is that a romance?
I mean, there's romantic elements in it. Yeah, I think it's labeled as a romance. So,
Is it?
yeah,
That shit was fire. I've not considered it as a romance, but
yeah.
I have no idea.
It's also a movie, so it's, you're not gonna have as
Yeah.
much into it to be able to pull in a romantic.
It's a
Uh,
good movie.
yeah, it's a
I
really
wanna
good
watch it
movie.
again.
But for me, like like romance, and this was something me and Shio kind of differ on a little bit, is I like my romance where there's a lot of romantic progression throughout the series, and it focuses on their relationship with each other.
Yeah.
I don't like series that, okay, you're watching 12 episodes and it's a 12 episode series, and at the very last episode they hold hands for the first time. Like, that is the romantic progression. I hate that. If
I do
their
too.
yeah, if
Yeah.
their first kiss is in the last episode or the last scene, and that's like cut scene in the show, I don't want it. Like, if it takes too long for that, I don't want it. So
Yeah.
my favorite romances are the ones that like they start dating pretty early on, and then the rest of it is kind of like the the working things out with each other, building that relationship, kind of dealing with any kind of drama or like, you know, romantic tension that might happen. I like that. And Say I Love You is a perfect example of that.
All romance anime I've watched that I remember watching was Toradora. I remember liking it, but I
Mhm.
never was able to rewatch it. I feel like I
Yeah,
got super bored, like, a couple episodes in. I was like, "I don't how did I like this?"
I
Rewatch
I get that,
is
because I liked it as well. But that's also
yeah.
the same thing. It's like, all right, last episode, they seal the deal and that's it. And I'm like, okay, now that I know when it happens, there's nothing else to really enjoy. So,
Yeah.
because what I really liked was the ending of it, and now I don't want to rewatch it because I only want to watch the ending.
I don't even remember the ending. That's why I tried to rewatch it. I was like, is this how, like it was super long. I don't know.
Hmm.
It just felt like nothing was going on for the
Yeah.
longest time.
It's
And
very
I hate
slice of
that.
life like.
Yeah, that maybe that's probably what my issue is. I'm not a huge slice of life person.
Mm-hmm. Another good romance one I like is called Golden Time.
Golden Time. That sounds
Yeah.
not familiar. I gotta look this shit up, man.
That one's
God
a lot
damn.
of fun because the couple when they finally become a couple, they're kind of cringy and they kind of do like the cringy couple stuff, but they do it in a way that's actually like, entertaining. It's not like, oh, I don't want to watch this. It's more like, oh, they're joking around and it's kind of cute.
Oh, this shit. Oh, yo, bro, this shit was fire. I remember watching this.
Yo, wait, did
Yo.
we actually agree on an anime opinion?
Yeah,
Wait.
bro. Oh my god. Did we? I don't know. I didn't know that was the name. I watched it like twice. I was like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
shit was actually good.
Oh no, I love that one. A lot of people kind of give it shit for something that
Yeah,
happens later in the
right.
series, but yeah.
I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting it, but I think
Hmm.
that's why I liked it a lot because it was
Right.
like, oh, it's not the basic, oh, go back to your childhood friend and fix your shit and blah blah blah.
Exactly.
It was like say goodbye to the past kind of shit and
Yeah.
move forward. And I was like, I love it. That shit was fire.
Oh, it was
Oh my
so good.
god.
And like personally for me, it kind of dealt with a huge fear of mine because I've always had and this is one of my biggest fears by the way, and I'm admitting this live on the podcast. But my biggest fear is having amnesia and forgetting things. And
I feel like it'd be pretty cool. But
I
then I'm worried about forgetting myself, you know?
that's the thing. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I would hate to, because main character in that he has no memory, and throughout the series he kind of deals with this like, what if he gets his memory back and like he's a different person than what he is now?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the kind of shit that I'm terrified of. Like, what if I am a better person if I forget, or what if I get my memories back and I've changed my entire life, or like, I that shit messes with me mentally. So having an anime based around that and like with that fear, I'm like, oh shit. This is actually kind of a horror anime for me, but at the same time, I love
It's
their relationship so much.
it's like looking through other people's like trauma and shit. I was like, yo, that's kind of it's like it definitely does happen to like certain people like out
Yeah,
in the actual world. It was cool to see like perspective wise of like what if this did happen, what would the result be possibly, all
right.
that. Sure, it's anime. It also reminded me of what's it called? Charlotte,
Yeah,
I think.
Charlotte.
I loved Charlotte a lot,
Charlotte's really
dude.
good.
It I don't the entire power aspect of it was slightly confusing at first because I was like, what if someone had a super OP ability and just decided to take over the world or some shit until
Right.
they were of age? But I was like, I think I liked it a lot for him going out of his way to grab all the powers, lose his memory and mind,
Mm-hmm.
and then like somehow his body was still holding on to like something special that he didn't even remember what it was, but it was like
I
a
know.
instinct kind of thing.
That
I
was
was
so
like, I
cute.
I feel like that would be me at a point,
Right.
but it's like I wouldn't know why. It's like I'm holding on to my morals, who I once was, or some shit.
Yeah, it'd be
So
like some
I
kind of like almost like muscle memory, but like,
exactly.
yeah.
It was so good. I gotta rewatch it. God damn. I missed watching anime. It's been so long.
Draco,
And
like, I don't watch anime anymore, and I'm getting him on the podcast is making him want to watch
I
anime.
know, maybe I should stop. Oh, I can't watch this stuff.
It's so good.
I do have time. Wait, oh my god.
Yeah, you have time
I
now.
have time
Your bitch
now.
doesn't have a job anymore.
Yeah. Something I was watching actually as of recently was the dubbed version of Ghost Stories, just because I
Oh my
wanted to see how
god.
funny it was. I haven't gotten to the funny part yet, but
Uh,
there are some parts that was funny. I was like, okay, I'm watching this. I had to.
I
I
actually
see
have an
clips of
anime that
time.
you might actually think is kind of funny. That you might
Uh-oh.
actually like. It might be actually up your alley. I kind of
Yeah?
liked it, but it wasn't like fully for me. But the premise of it is kind of like very lighthearted, and it's on Netflix, and that's why I watched it because
Oh, okay.
I have Netflix, so I can watch the One Piece live action.
Yeah,
It's
I
called
I watched it. I like the One Piece. But
yeah, it was
what's the anime called?
Romantic Killer.
Romantic Killer.
Yeah, so
Alright, let's see.
it's about a girl who's like she has no interest in dating or anything. She just likes to play her video games and eat her chocolate and play with her cat. It's all she wants out of life. She's like, I don't have interest in anything else like that.
Yeah.
And she's playing in this dating sim that she just got, and this wizard pops out, and he's like, "Hey, I need to fix Japanese birth rates, so we're taking away your three greatest desires: your video games, your chocolate, and your cat." And we're
Oh,
gonna force you to meet up with these hot dudes in the next couple weeks, and you have to date one of them, or else you're not getting your video games back.
hmm.
And she's
You know, I
so
I
like,
probably would watch
yeah,
it.
she's so hard strung on like, oh no, I'm not letting you win this. Give me my shit back, or
Yeah.
you're gonna fail your mission. And like they set up all these like very awkward situations because the wizard's like this tiny little fairy looking dude. So like
Okay.
all the cheesy like, oh my god, she tripped and fell on top of him is actually this invisible fairy like stabbing her in the foot and making her fall on top of him. And
Ah,
it does the cute little like sparkly effect of like, oh my god, I'm on top of him, but instead of her being like all embarrassed, she just makes the most hideous face possible to turn the guy off, and then it's just like,
bro.
and then she just looks at the fairy like, fuck you, dude, you're not getting this.
Yeah, it's this goofy romantic first love. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like for animes, though, I'm pretty biased. I'm like, oh, if the main character isn't a black-haired dude, I'm not super interested in it, and I think
Yeah,
that's like my main issue.
you have to self-relate.
Yeah, I always do. I was like, okay, this is our story, and I
Oh
just
my
gotta
god.
watch it. That's why I should have been watching it, but I've not fully watched Komi Can't Communicate. I guess
Yeah.
that's also another. Is that a romance? It says anime
uh
comedy duo.
no, it's not really romance, it's
This
more
is
like
comedy, so
yeah, it's very comedic. I guess there is like some romantic subtext, but
yeah.
she
I
just
feel like
wants,
that's just high school, you
yeah, she
know?
just wants to make friends. Like it's not so much the romance as much as like,
It's wholesome, and I
yeah,
love it.
she wants to make
Uh,
friends.
Another recent anime I was watching, Zom 100.
Oh, of course
Uh,
you are.
Bucket list. I just wanted to see. I was really bored one day. I just want to see it. As it was kind of funny, so I was like, you know, what? I like this. I'm keeping up with it.
Uh huh.
But something that also came out with the new season was Scissor 7. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it. I have not
It's
watched it.
I like it.
You
It's not
would.
for everyone. I find it funny. Yeah, there's just a bunch of like dumb funny moments, and they do that shit where it's like it would be like a romantic setting, but then they
Yeah.
make like the ugliest face ever.
Uh huh.
It the ruining the moment kind of shit is sometimes really funny. So
So you don't really
that's
like
definitely one of them.
long running action series, do you? Like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece,
Oh,
Fairy
I
Tail.
just haven't gotten into Bleach. I don't really feel like doing One Piece. I've watched Naruto. I've definitely
Okay.
watched Naruto. I love
Have you watched
um
Fairy Tail at all?
no, I don't know why. I think because I had an ex that was super into it,
Okay. Hear
and they
me
kind of
out.
ruined that shit.
Hear
So
me out, mister. I like to watch things where the main character has black hair. Watch
no,
Eden Zero. It's
I've
made
been
by the
watching
same
that. Yeah,
person. You are watching it?
I'm like a good 10 episodes
Okay,
in,
okay.
so
Okay, okay.
I did watch it. I found it a bit funny. I just kind of fell off. I'll try and get re into it. Maybe it's because I
Okay.
got busy, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe it's because it's like fairy tale related. I
It's
have
not
zero clue.
related to Fairy Tail at all.
But the fairy tale characters are in it.
So that's just how Hiro Mashima works, because Hiro also did a
Yeah,
series called Rave Master that has a lot of the little like creatures
like
in it.
Easter eggs, right?
Yeah. So he
I
does that
got
a
like
lot, and
Easter
like
eggs and shit.
so there's not any actual characters, but like Happy is just like a reoccurring character throughout a series. It's not the same
It's like the
Happy.
mascot, I guess.
Yeah. There's also Plu, which is like this little polar bear snowman thing with a ice cream cone nose, but it's actually a
Well, now
dog.
I'm lost.
Yeah. Here, I'll
Mm,
send. Hold on. I'll send you
yeah.
a clip.
I just remember, like, in the back of Eden Zero seeing Natsu and Lucy, I think,
Uh-huh. This
and
thing.
then that was about it. I was like, "Oh, cool, oh, what is this, snowman?
It's a dog.
That's a dog?
It's a dog.
It's your dog! What? Ew."
So in Rave Master, he's actually like the regular animal sidekick for the main cast. In Fairy
Yeah,
Tale, he's one of the summons that Lucy summons. Um, like it's Canis Major, which is like, or Canis Minor, one of the two, which is a dog
uh,
constellation. And in so far in Eden Zero, there's like an entire cafe that is run by these things. So
I feel like just for my short attention span,
mhm.
that I normally just watch, like, the comedy stuff, but,
Yeah.
like, being, like, super into something is, like, a kind of a rare thing for me,
Hmm.
so that's probably why I've only watched, like, ones that are, like, 12 episodes long, like,
Right.
kinda The Immortal King or whatever it's called. I watched Ragnarok, that shit was actually really fun to watch.
Ragnarok.
Have you seen that?
The
Yeah,
Record of Ragnarok, or
yeah, I think so,
the net
Record of
that's
Ragnarok.
it's the Netflix one where the gods are fighting the humans, right?
Y
Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That shit was actually entertaining to watch. It always got me on my seat, bro. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
this is sick.
I'm
But
watching
that
the second season right now.
they have
So
a second season?
yeah,
Or did I already watch it? Maybe I'm
you
just
might
dumb.
you might have already watched it. It's been
Maybe
out
I
for a
watched
little bit,
all of it.
so because
Yeah.
it's on Netflix, so I'm just now getting to it.
Yeah, I'm actually on Netflix looking at like each stuff. Like I remember watching Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter.
Like,
I
please
love
don't say
Hunter
the
x Hunter.
X.
Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, so that's another one. So Hunter x Hunter is made by the same guy who made Yu Yu Hakusho, which you haven't watched, I assumed.
No, I've heard of it like
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah, so like that he also, since he works on both of them, he you'll see sometimes like some of his characters in Yu Yu Hakusho are also in Hunter x Hunter.
So
Like
kind of
it's,
like little Easter eggs.
yeah, which is it's very
Okay.
common for like
I do like when they do that for,
yeah.
like, movies, shows, and all that.
You know what's also really cute, and this is something specifically to Hunter x Hunter.
What?
So the writer of Hunter x Hunter, Togashi, is married to the writer of Sailor Moon, and
Okay,
they put Easter eggs in each other's shows.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so like there's a scene in Hunter x Hunter where one of the girls has like a Sailor Moon ish cell phone or something, and then in Sailor Moon Crystal, one of the characters has a who, which is a creature from Yu Yu Hakusho, as a keychain. So like they put
Oh,
Easter eggs
I
from
might
each
have seen
other.
something like that,
Yeah,
like, on Instagram. They're like, "Oh, look at that, they're so cute, they add this shit because blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Then I just
yeah.
go on with my day.
It's a cute little
That's what
fact that a lot of
yeah.
people don't catch on, but like yeah, they're married and they're a cute couple with each other. So
Another anime I remember watching that was good, it was kinda short, and I wish they had more, was I think it was called God Slayer, I think?
I think I've heard of that. I think if it's the one I'm
Right,
thinking
so
of.
it's like where the people had like big ass weapons and they're just fighting. I don't even know what they were fighting. I don't. It's been so long. I gotta look this shit up too.
uh,
I heard the keyboard. I was like, damn. But
me.
yeah, I had to search
Tales of
anime.
God Slayer,
God Eater. Sorry,
God
that's the
Eater.
one.
Okay, okay.
God
I was
Eater.
like,
Yeah, not
there's
God Slayer.
okay. I know the first one, the Tales of God Slayer, which is the one I know of. I don't know God Eater. I knew God Eater was a video game.
It was a game.
I'm pretty sure it was a
That
game.
reminds me of Code Vein a bit.
Am I wrong? Is or is it something else? I
Have I seen God Slayer? Why does this look
yeah,
familiar? I see a
it's
bunch of stuff that I
it's
don't
an anime
remember.
adaptation of God Eater video game.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yep. I didn't know there was an anime of it. you didn't
Well, the
you didn't
more
know
you
there was a
know.
video game.
I remember just watching, I was like, "Bro, this shit's fire," and one of my friends from, like, VR chat, his name was
Mhm.
Guts,
Uh-huh.
well, that's what his name or username was, we just talked about it, like, how good it was. That was about it. It's a shame they didn't make any more.
Yeah. Well,
God
now you
Eater.
have a video game you can possibly play on stream if you can find it.
I found it! God Eater 3!
Let's go.
What the hell is this? Oh, this looks complicated. I'm not sure anymore.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Too big
I'll
brain.
put on my wish list. It just reminds me like Code Vein, but like Monster Hunter Rise mixed.
Fair.
There's
Code
a
Veins,
trilogy.
Code Veins Souls like, right?
Yes, and I
Okay,
love
okay.
it. Oh, I love Souls games. I have a weakness for Souls games. I love that's about it.
Oh my god.
I
See,
just
I understand the appeal of Souls games. I don't have the appeal of Souls games, so I'm like, I get it. Not for me, bro.
not for me. No,
Too
thank you.
complicated. I get angry too fast.
I don't. I think that's like probably why. Like when I lose, I get like more hyped and excited.
No, I start
So
molding.
start molding. No. I wish they added like there's a bunch of animes out there that I wish they had more of. For
Mm-hmm.
example, No Game No Life. I wish they had more of that. And I've been hearing they are, but they aren't.
No, they're not going to.
Yeah, probably not.
They don't need
By
to. It's
now,
fine.
no. I yeah, I mean, yeah. Have you seen the movie No Game No Life? I think it's
You
like Zero.
bold of you to assume I've even watched the anime.
True, true.
It is an isekai through and through. I watched one episode and I was like, this
Oh,
is weird.
true. Yeah, I forgot you're not a huge fan of isekais, right?
Yeah,
But
no.
I remember seeing the movie. That touched me.
I didn't even know there was a movie,
It was a
but
pretty good movie. You probably still wouldn't have liked it,
probably not.
but probably not. It wasn't isekai related. It was just all about that world.
Uh huh.
And it was before everything turned into games, so everyone was dying. It was apocalypse shit.
Oh lord.
Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh, yep. That's
I remember watching
that's.
that.
You've
I felt
never
like
watched that?
after, nah, I did watch it, and I
Okay.
felt like I remember it falling off after, like,
Yeah.
then I don't know. It was aight. Wasn't crazy.
What's funny is it kind of deals with the same concept of Charlotte in a way. Um,
Like, with I feel like it happens too early though.
yeah, it's kind
I
of
think
like
that's probably why
the
it felt.
teenagers getting superpowers or some shit, but like special
Yeah,
abilities.
and then they just like
Yeah.
take care of each. I mean,
It also
Charlie
came
was so
in
much better.
it came in very strong, promising a girl in a bunny suit the entire thing, and she's literally in the bunny suit for like 5 minutes, and that's it.
For two episodes,
Uh
and that
huh.
was it.
Yep. Never
Actually,
bunny suit
no,
again.
not even. Maybe I don't know.
I think she
I
was
also
only in it
watched.
for like one scene. I don't think she was ever in it
Yeah, I
again.
don't even. Yeah, I think it was only like one. Another series that I did watch for a while, and I have no idea why. The Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that
Yeah.
was about it. It
I
was cool, and then I got so lost, and I was like, "This guy's super powerful. Oh, look, this guy, this guy." I was like, okay, now we're like apocalyptic level. I don't know what's going on anymore."
right. It
So
had
I felt,
a really good premise for me. Like it seemed like it would be right up my alley. I'm told that the animation falls off so hard, which it's falls
yeah,
off like past where I've started watching. The thing that stopped me from enjoying it is Meliodas is such a little fucking creep. Like he's every time he's on scene with Elizabeth, he's just filling her up and she's just like, "Oh, whatever." And I'm like, this is just uncomfortable.
that's technically not okay. That's
Yeah.
really weird. She a child. No,
And like generally I don't have a problem with a lot of fan service or like pervy characters or something like that. Like
like, it's just like too much.
it is way too much. And like this is not like I
It's like it's there's fan service, there's comedic fan service, and then there's just like too much. I
yeah.
feel like they were trying to go for comedic, but I was like, yeah, no, that's a bit much. Okay, he's doing
Yeah.
the same thing again. Understandable. I totally would if I had a girlfriend, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But they're
But
not
like,
even girlfriend and
they're not even
boyfriend. They're
dating.
she
Oh,
he
it's
literally
weird.
just meets her and he's like, "Let me just fill up
Let
her
me.
boobs." Like,
Oh yeah, make check in your heart. It's okay.
yeah.
It's pumping.
like no, it's funny the first time, but then it's like every 5 minutes, and I'm like, no, no, like okay, I'm
Yeah,
over it. I can't do this anymore. No, thank you.
I
I
think
will.
like
I wanted to like it.
when yeah, I tried
Hmm.
after the entire like trying to get Meliodas back kind of shit, and then
Hmm.
after that, I was like, okay, now I have no idea what's going on. I don't know who the enemy is anymore. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
I liked a
But
lot of the side characters, like Bon and his whole story was really cool. King and his story was really
yeah,
cool.
but that was like another just connect to each character, and then they
Yeah.
somehow get super overpowered
Yep.
very shortly. I was like, damn, okay, I guess.
Yeah. It's a shame. What about sports
Hmm.
anime? You ever watch any of those?
Hmm. I don't watch sports. I don't watch sports anime. I
I
don't do sports. I
also
hate sports.
I also hate sports, but I do watch sports anime. Okay, but when you're thinking sports, you're thinking like football, baseball, and stuff like that. But I'm when like there's sports
Or
anime, like
volleyball.
there's a rollerblading anime, like not actual rollerblading, but like have you ever heard of Air Gear?
Air gear.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So this one, it's like rollerblades, but they managed to make almost like hoverboard rollerblades where they have sensors in them, so they're automatically powered depending on how much pressure you put on the like the heel or whatever.
Okay.
And they start like street gangs with these rollerblade groups where they're like, oh, we do races and sick tricks and stuff with them, and we battle each other with our rollerblades to take over different people's gang territories.
No, I've never seen this. I've
Yeah.
seen that crow, and that was
Uh
about it.
huh.
Looking at a bird, I'm like, I've
Yep.
seen that before, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's
Never,
technically a
nothing
sports
else.
anime, but it's very much just like it's more like gang on gang.
Street kid shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of
Is
funny.
this
It's
sport?
like it's sports.
Huh.
It's rollerblading. It's sports.
I feel like it's just like street gang shit, but with
Uh,
rollerblades.
they spend a lot of time on like the tricks and stuff that you can do because there are
Okay.
some people that have like they kind of get special abilities from their skates that they're like OP. Like one dude, his wheels spin so fast that he creates so much friction he can create fire.
Damn. In the
Yeah,
air?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Uh,
Okay.
and then there's one dude, like one of the police guys that they used to help round up the gang members. He I don't know how they I don't remember how they explain it, but like he spins his wheels in a way that actually does like almost bite mark damage on people. Like he's said to be like a shark type person, so like he does like fang damage. He like actually makes people bleed when he's trying to like capture them.
What?
Yeah,
I
it's kind of like
okay.
over the top. It's well, more than kind
Sounds
of,
like it.
but it's so weird.
No, yeah, no, I've not seen it, nor
Yep.
do I really. I haven't. I don't like sports animes. I don't know why. Or
See,
I mean, that sounds interesting,
yeah,
but
it's not what you
I,
think when you think sports anime. Because like when you first think sports,
yeah,
your first thought is like anything with a ball. But I'm like, but like
anything that's like
skating's
dedicated to a sport and they're working up to that point and all that
yeah,
like
but
that.
you get something
That
like
that's different. Yeah,
rollerblading and skateboarding and stuff like that. That's still technically sports.
yeah, yeah. It's a physical activity.
Yeah, it works.
Uh,
There's a
one
lot of fan
anime I
service too.
haven't seen. Oh, I love fan service. Who doesn't? Uh,
Lots of big titty girls in that one.
ooh, one thing I haven't seen
Mhm.
that I should have, or at least that's what I was told I should have, is Black Clover. I've never seen any of that, or the what's it called? Something Gear, Metal Gear. No, that's wait, I don't remember. Anyways,
I'm
haven't seen
gonna.
Black Clover, and
Okay,
I don't even remember what the other one was. I haven't seen that either.
if you liked Naruto, I will say you will probably like Black Clover.
Okay,
I think they're of the newer like shonen, long running shonen. I think that one is the closest to it. Um, Far as the Metal Gear one, are you talking Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, that one. Full Metal
I
Alchemist.
don't know
Metal
how
Gear.
I pulled that out of Metal Gear, but
Metal Gear Alchemist. Yeah. No,
um
Full Metal Alchemist. I've not seen that.
so Full Metal Alchemist is the one that I always have like debates with people about because generally when people are told to watch Full Metal Alchemist, they're told to watch just Brotherhood, and I hate that
I was told to
because
start Brotherhood.
yeah, don't watch Brotherhood, watch the original.
Watch the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing what they did, right? They
Yeah.
made the original and about halfway through they caught up to the manga, so they kind of made their own ending to it. So
Okay.
the first half of it is pretty manga accurate. The second half of it is not. But then they made Brotherhood and they're like, we're going to make this manga accurate. But we assume most people that want to watch this have already watched the original or have read the manga. So we're going to condense 25 episodes of the original anime into 6 episodes. Actually, 5 episodes because the first episode's actually filler. So
Okay.
20 something episodes into 5 episodes worth of plot and like character development and whatever, and they cut out some arcs and everything, and then like the rest of it is all like the manga accurate ending, and
Yeah.
they do kind of hit most of the plot points, but you kind of miss a lot of the character development and some of the stuff that kind of ties in things properly. So
Got it. Don't watch Brotherhood.
yeah.
Okay.
Like Brotherhood's really good, but it's also like you miss a lot really early on, and it's much harder to like go back and rewatch something of like a lesser animation quality, but also say you watched it, you know how this arc ends. This arc is 3 episodes long, but you know how it begins and ends because you watched it all in a single episode. So
Yeah.
what going back and watching it in 3 episodes is kind of weird. So it's easier to watch the longer form, and then if you want to cut at 25, just hop on over to Brotherhood. You're gonna get like a 5 episode recap of whatever you just fucking watched, and then you get the rest of the story. So at the very least, watch the first half of the original and then start Brotherhood at episode 6. So
Okay. At episode 6. Gotcha.
I well I will double check what episode it is if you ever decide to watch it. Get with me if you ever decide to
Yeah,
watch it, and I'll give you the
I'll
exact
tell you when
episodes.
if I start. Yeah.
Yeah, if you start. But yeah, that's my nitpick on that because like it's not a more accurate representation, it's just a more accurate ending. And for me, and for a good anime, I need a better start with a bad end. Or I'd rather watch something with a good start and a bad end than something with a bad start and a good end. Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get pulled into it if the start is boring. You know?
It's like Erased. Have you seen that movie?
Oh my
Was
god.
it a movie? Bro.
It was a series.
It was a series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
I
ending
don't
was so rushed. But it was really
I
good.
hated the ending. That
Yeah.
was about it. It was good, and I hated the ending.
Yeah,
It was disgusting.
if I would have flushed it out more, if that show would have gotten like 12 more episodes, I think would have been perfect. But
Oh,
they sped through that way too quickly.
yeah. I haven't seen Death Note. I've seen the live action Death Note. I'd never actually seen the original Death Note.
The Netflix live action.
Yeah, I think so.
Please watch Death Note. Please watch Death
Why,
Note.
please?
I would
I
have never
can.
told you to watch Death Note if you had not told me you watched the live action, but now you have to watch the live action. You have no
Now
choice. This is
now I
now
have to watch the
mandatory.
original.
This is now mandatory.
Shit. All right. I guess I know what I'm doing after. I don't know why I've never seen Death Note. I I see a lot of memes about it.
Uh-huh.
I hear
It's
the
very
music.
serious.
It's very
It's
serious.
very serious anime. Very dark
Uh,
though.
we like dark and serious.
Yep. Super edgy. You'll relate. It's fine.
Wow, thanks. Yes. Um, there's also I've seen like 3 episodes of JoJo Bizarre Adventure, and that was it.
You
Out of
don't
the
have to watch
entire
more.
JoJo series. Don't have to watch more.
No.
Cool.
It's fine.
Crazy.
I
Yeah,
won't
I'd
push
rather
that one.
not. What is this?
So the one thing I love about JoJo's is like everyone tells me like when I say I never finished JoJo's, they're like, well, it's because the first part is so slow. It doesn't get good until part 3, and I'm like, actually, I watched up until part 3, and I really, really loved part 1, and it got
Mhm.
worse with part 2, and it got even worse with part 3. So you telling me that part 1 is the worst, I'm like, and part 3 is better is already showing me that okay, our opinions are obviously very different. Season 1
I
is
haven't
fine.
I don't even remember which parts I've watched because I just remember they're like, "Alright, we're on this episode." It's like, anime club, that's what it was. It was anime club,
Oh, okay.
after school, and they're like, "Yeah, we're back on this episode of JoJo's Bizarre. Let's all watch it." It's like, "Okay," and then I that was the only time I've watched it, and then again, I've never watched it. I was like,
Right.
"Yeah, this is uh, I don't know, the memes was kinda like the only reason why I, like, was watching it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was so lost.
It,
I
it
was so
it does
confused.
not get any less confusing, trust me. Um
Yeah, from like there's, like, reincarnation after reincarnation, and they have different names, different people. I
it's not so much reincarnation as it is like it's a different generation. Like first
Yeah, there
see
you go, yeah,
yeah, it's like people's kids. The next JoJo is the next person's kid.
and then they have to fight. I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. It's
I'd rather go back to watching my Fate series.
yeah, it's
I
too
love Fate.
you like Fate, actually?
I love Fate. Like,
Okay, so here's the
oh,
big problem because I've always judged your anime taste, but you've never told me any of the actual good shit you've watched. You've only ever
I
talked
don't know
about
what's
fucking
good to
isekais
you, you know?
and
I barely talk about isekais.
you
I talk
talk
about
about
Sword Art Online, and
I,
that's my
I
favorite.
I
Doesn't mean I
know.
haven't watched other
Wait,
things.
how have you watched Fate and Sword Art Online is your favorite? Hold on.
I love the Fate series, don't get me wrong. I just felt more like I related to Sword Art Online because that was like a dream of mine ever since I was a kid. So
Oh my god.
that's kind of it. That was literally it. And probably because it's one of my first things I watched before I watched Fate. I think I just came up to Fate at one point. And I was like, bro, this shit is fire. And then I forgot about it. And then I went back to it again, watching Fate Stay Night. I was like, "Okay, this is amazing." And I
Mhm.
watched as much as I could, and I just love how they just grab different characters, people, or heroes, or basically like some of them like real, some of them not, or I don't know. And then they put them into like warriors and make them fight each other. It's like that was so cool.
It is. It's such a
It
cool
helped me pass
concept.
high school.
Oh my
Let
god.
let me.
Wait. What?
So me watching Fate and knowing about Gilgamesh and Enkidu,
Mhm.
helped me pass my English class during high school because they were like, "All right, now we're on the topic of epic heroes, and we're gonna be reading about Gilgamesh." I was like, "Are you serious?"
Oh my
Do
god.
do Oh, when I was reading the epic, of Gilgamesh, I was thinking of, like, the Gilgamesh from, like, the Fate series and all that, and it helped me visualize everything so much easier, and I was like, "Bro, I was here. I was watching this. I was there for that part,"
Hold
or
on.
something like that. It was crazy.
Was this when you were in school in Canada?
No. I was, in school here.
What? So
Yeah.
like my school never required us to read the Epics of Gilgamesh. I read that
Uh
on my free time.
we had to just do about like epic heroes for like a
Mhm.
good couple months, so that's what we read.
Well, we never had anything cool like that at my school.
Damn.
Even like when I
Which
went to private school, it was never like that. Shit.
really?
Yeah, they would.
What
Uh,
did they ever touch upon like epic heroes for you?
not
And you had to write
really.
about them? Damn.
The closest we had was we had a month where we went over a lot of like old school well Disney movies that were based off real things. So we did Hamlet because Lion King. We
Mm,
did do Hercules to counteract the Hercules cartoon, and then we
yeah.
did the original Little Mermaid. We went over that, and we did also the Jungle Book. So, like, we went
Oh
through
shit.
Disney movies that were based off of books, but that's it.
I just remember reading Beowulf and
Bro,
the
you
Epic
got to
of
read
Gilgamesh.
Beowulf. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yo, this is pretty cool, you know? and that was just for like a good couple months. Then we moved on to I don't even remember what we moved on to, but
Uh,
I
all
got like the highest grade in that class thanks to that. So
I only
thank God
ever
for
fucking
the
remember reading the Hatchet and To Kill a Mockingbird, man.
oh everyone. We didn't read the To Kill the Mockingbird because we're not allowed to read books that were based off of or like that have movies
Yeah.
cheating. So
Oh no, my school was very much like, okay, we want you to read the book and then we're gonna watch the movie, and we had to compare the two. Like they would make us write essays on the differences.
I'd rather have done that. I feel like that would have been fun.
It was okay, but
Damn.
like we didn't read anything fun.
When it came to having to like read requirements, I remember just grabbing a Halo book off the shelf and then I just would write like what I remember
Oh my
the
god.
Reach campaign. I was
Oh
like,
my
yeah, I played
god.
the like yeah, I was like, yeah, this there's no movie for this or anything, but like there's a game. Two different
Yeah.
I watched like I read a different book versus like what I played,
Mhm.
but like they didn't know that. My teacher didn't know that shit, so I just pretended like everything I wrote was in the book, so I didn't actually really read the book.
Right.
I kind of read like halfway. I was like, yeah, I'm too lazy to read. So I
Fair.
just decided to make up shit from like the campaign on the game. And I passed that. So a win
See,
is a win.
I would have loved that kind of class because I got into Fate because I've always been big into mythology, which is also
Hmm.
why I'm into
Yeah,
Record of Ragnarok because I love different mythologies and like how they play into each other
that
and
is why I watched that too. Yeah.
like it's I fucking love it. I love things that are based off of like history as well. So
Oh, me
they
too.
I like old school like samurai stuff because if it takes place in an actual, even if it's like fantastical, like oh they have magical powers but it's based off of actual Nobunaga or like in the Meiji
Yeah,
era or the Edo period or something like that, I like that because I'm like okay, it's fantasy but there's some reality here. I can maybe learn some names here and then I end up looking it up later and like okay, I know Japanese
and
history
then
and
comparing it.
yeah.
Uh, it's always so cool because it's like you're seeing where their inspiration came
Mhm.
from like an old person's like story that they
Yeah.
told like many people. So it's like,
Like
damn.
mythology is so cool because it's like there's speculation that's they're just over fantasized renditions of actual heroes back in the day. Like of course they didn't actually fight
Exactly.
Hades, but like they came back from war and this was the tale they told and then it got redone over and over again and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
that's it's cool to think like, okay, this doesn't actually happen like this, but like it's still part of history in a way.
Yeah.
So
Are you
yeah.
one of those people for like animes when it comes to like historic figures to see if it's like actually historically correct of what they do, or do you just like watch it and like just wow, this is actually cool. That's a character that you know from whatever.
I'm okay if it's not historically accurate. Like,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
really cool if it is, but if it's not, I'm still fine with it because I think just using the name enough is enough to get people into looking into it, and that's what I think is cool. I want more people to get into this kind of stuff sometimes, and sometimes that's all it takes is just one person like, oh, I want to look up who this was, and then they find it because what
Yeah.
initially got me into mythology was a book series that used a lot of historical figures in it in like a kind of immortal style way. And I was like, actually, I'm kind of curious if this is actually accurate. So I started doing research on stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is actually true. And then I would read more of the book and I'm like, oh shit, I wonder if that's true too. And I would look up this person and I'm like, oh, holy shit. And I got into a huge mythology like hole in the middle of high school because of that. So
Oh, that is. I wish I got more into it. Honestly,
yeah.
I got into it like around like the end of my or not the end of my school year, but yeah, basically,
Yeah.
like when I was like 16, 17, that's when I got into it. I wish I got into it like earlier.
I mean, granted, apparently I was always into it and I just didn't realize it because my mom was really big in like to horoscopes and like she was one of those that she got the little booklets every month so she could read her horoscope daily and
Not
it
the
told her like
horoscopes.
yeah that was her big thing and like signs were a big thing to her. So she made me learn a lot of it,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't realize at the time that
How
the
it
the
connected?
yeah, like the symbols in basic horoscopes are actually Greek myths. Like they're actually from actual Greek myths, and they have their
They
own
are?
stories. Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that, so that's kinda cool.
yeah. So like for case in point, the one I would be closest to and remember, Gemini, since I'm Gemini, are actually the twins are Castor and Pollux, and their whole story is that one of them is immortal and one of them is human, or one, and
Okay.
they end up on like this big epic quest, and I think at the end the mortal one ends up dying, and the immortal one decides to like, okay, I don't want to be separated from my twins, so just like, can the gods put us in heaven together and we can just stay there? So instead of them being separated by death, they're just both kind of in a suspended state in the stars. Like, there's way more to the story than that, but like, that's how that happened. And like Pisces,
Right.
Pisces are the fish that actually helped Athena um, find her way to shore because Athena was born from the seas and possibly Zeus's kid. So like they all tie into mythology in some way, and it's really fun to like look into.
I feel like the only mythology stuff that I know about is just from, like, the God of War. That's about it.
I mean that works too. Like that's the main reason I almost played God of War as well. Is like there's myth aspects to it, and I liked it.
Yeah, I thought about it too. Kratos was so badass, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I'd rather just watch it and just appreciate it. You know,
Right. Nah,
it's a bit
I love
long.
little tines. It's also why I'm into fairy tale as big as I was because fairy tale has the zodiac animals or the zodiac creatures into it. Or the
Fairy Tale does.
yeah.
Okay, well,
So
looks like I gotta watch Fairy Tale.
because Lucy is a celestial wizard and she has gate keys that help her summon celestial spirits. And the celestial spirits are Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, Capricorn, like all that.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
Damn,
So,
I
or at least
never
some
knew
of them are. Yeah. That's
I'm
how
not.
I got into that. And it became my
I
second
found.
favorite anime of all time.
God damn. Ugh. Trying to think of like other animes I've watched, at least as a kid or something.
But I mean,
Oh, Beyblade. Does that count? That
yo,
definitely counts.
Beyblade counts. Beyblade's an anime.
I've only seen. I haven't seen like the new shit.
I haven't either.
I've only watched like the first one. I'm pretty sure with
Mm-hmm.
Pegasus
Yeah.
and some dragon, other rival thing.
Dragoon.
Was it
It
Dragoon?
is Dragoon.
It is Dragoon. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Uh,
and Pegasus. I was like, damn, this shit was awesome to do.
that was also one when I was a kid I watched because there was a hot dude in it.
There, I watched it because I was like, oh, this is like Bakugan, but like spinners.
See, I watched Beyblade a lot first because Beyblade was out first. Uh,
Blade blade.
and then Bakugan came out later. So I was a little bit
Oh,
older when
oh.
Beyblade came out. But
Okay, okay.
funny enough, so I work retail, and my store has a toys section, and I didn't know Beyblade was still going until I had to stock the new Beyblades onto the shelf because we have an aisle that sells Bakugan and Beyblades and Pokemon stuff.
Yeah,
Like that's all together.
nerd stuff. The nerd
Yeah,
section.
it's actually the boy aisle. The boy
The
aisle.
boy aisle.
The boy. Okay, here's what's really fucked up, right? Because
Okay,
this is fucking biased to all hell.
the
So
sauce.
the boy aisle has Pokemon, Five Nights at Freddy's, Sonic, Mario, Beyblade, Bakugan, and like I think Power Rangers and
Shit like
Thundercats
that.
and stuff like that. But like
Okay.
that's the boy aisle. That's the like young teen boy aisle.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, they released this new Digimon Digivice called the Vital Bracelet,
Okay.
and they're really cool. They're like Tamagotchis, but they're also Fitbits. So the more you work out, the stronger your Digimon gets. And
Well, that'd be fun.
yeah, and they're really cool. But like we haven't had a Digivice in a while. Digivices are essentially uh the male variant of Tamagotchis. Like that's how they started out. before the anime and before the video game,
Mhm.
Tamagotchis were girl toys, and they're like, we want Tamagotchis but for boys, so we're making Digimon, and they're Tamagotchis that you can fight with each other, and that's how they made them boys. So
Okay.
that's the origin of Digimon. So when we get the Vital bracelets in my store, I'm like, I saw them on the website, and I'm like, oh, we actually sell them. I want to buy one. And I
Yeah.
searched and I searched, and I'm like, it says we have them. Where the fuck are they at? They're not on the boy aisle, which is where they should be. They're on the girl aisle right next to the Tamagotchis.
Damn.
And I'm like, this is such fucking bullshit. They're on like, and it's so bizarre seeing them because this girl aisle, it has Tamagotchis and it has these fluffy robot dogs and all this pink and these baby dolls and these like Barbies
Yeah.
and stuff. And then right in the middle is just these bracelets with freaking dinosaurs on them. And I'm like, y'all should have known y'all fucked up the minute y'all put these on the shelf because this obviously does not belong here. It is also the only thing that is labeled Bandai in this area because it is by Bandai, and the other Bandai stuff is in the boys area because Bandai typically makes boy products. I was like,
Boy products, girl product. It's just a toy. Just put it
yeah,
together. It
honestly,
was
but like,
weird.
that was so fucked up because it was like it took me a week to find them, and I was glad I found them because I like
A
my Vital
week.
bracelet, so I
Damn.
I wear it regularly. I'm trying to kill my Digimon right now so I can start over because it went to the wrong evolution
What
path.
the fuck? Trying to wait till they die.
Listen, depending
I
on
got
how
real.
well your workout is, depends on what it evolves into, and it evolved into the thing I didn't want, so I want it to die so I can start over.
Ah, that's fucked up.
Listen.
Wait, do you get to choose like what you start with?
No, so um you each bracelet generally comes with a chip already with it. But
Okay.
you can buy the chips individually and you can have multiple Digimon, but you can only have one out at a time that you work with.
Yeah.
So I have the one that came with my bracelet right now, but I can buy others. And the start one has like a branching path of like 4 or 5 different evolutions depending on which one it is. So,
Okay.
there's Digivolutions are not linear like Pokemon is. It's very much like, okay, this thing can evolve into this thing, or this thing, and then each of these things can also evolve into like multiple things. So it's like a whole tree thing.
Yeah.
So each one you have a starter baby form, and then you
Yeah.
can evolve from there. So, but yeah, I want to
They have
order a specific.
Agumon? Can I get a
No,
black or gray mon? No!
well they do have an Agumon actually. Yeah, I don't know if there's Black War Greymon or not though.
Fuck.
I can
I don't
look.
want it no more.
Hold on, I can look.
I don't want
Agumon
it.
Vital Bracelet
I was like, I
what
know the
is?
perfect thing I'm getting. My birthday.
Oh my god. Let's see. There is for this DM card. There is not a Black War Greymon on Agumons. There might be a Black War Greymon on another one though. It might just not be that one.
Damn.
So, because some of the charts for these are a little weird.
Yeah.
Even because they don't necessarily go off the true evolution paths, but they're still fun regardless, and they're actually inspiring. These Vital bracelets did so well in Japan that they're making Vital bracelets for other series. I think they're making a My Hero Academia and a JJK one. Okay, so they do have Black War Greymon, but it's not in the base Agumon one. It's another Agumon one that's later on.
No.
But yeah, you can get Black War Greymon.
Let's go.
It's possible.
What are these called?
They're called Vital bracelets.
Vital bracelet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the hardest part is making sure you get an English one, and then making sure the chip you get is also an English one.
Do I need an English one?
I don't know. I mean, it helps to be able to read it.
I'll translate. Oh, there is like a chip. Band black. Is this a workout thing?
Yeah, I mean it does. They can evolve based off of just your regular steps you take all every day, but they'll have little bonus exercises. Like there's like one where it's like, okay, do 20 punches and in a set time limit, and then it'll give them like extra stats and stuff. And then you can
At a
also
min
battle
max.
things. Like you can theoretically put it up next to any machine that has like a chip reader in it, and it'll detect a wild Digimon that it can battle against to get stronger. And then there's also a phone app that you can upload your Digimon onto it and battle people online with it.
Yeah, okay.
So
So it's like it reminds you of but like fun, you know?
yeah,
Like
I know exactly what you said. What's really funny is you cut out as soon as you said Pokemon,
damn.
and I'm going to put on the record I did not mute him for saying it seems like Pokemon. I did not mute him.
You
It
hate me.
it just did that in the Discord.
Yeah, my bad. My Discord likes to mess up.
Yeah, yeah. It's very funny that that happened at that exact moment. But yeah, so it's fun, and I've enjoyed mine a lot. I want to get more Digimon for it. They just announced two new ones that are coming out, and one of them I'm really interested in. So,
Okay, okay. I might try one. I
mm-hmm.
mean, like I don't have a job anymore where I walk around a lot or
Yeah,
back home, so it's like
but you do go to the
might be
gym.
a while. I'm starting to go to the gym.
Exactly. You can wear it while you
But
go to the gym.
yeah, I guess I could.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't like bracelets anymore. I'm a ring guy. I wear rings, not bracelets.
Fair.
I used to wear necklaces all the time, and then mine broke, and now I was like, I need a better one that's like important that I have it on. I had
Oh,
that I had that same shit where I was like, I had this necklace on, I kept it on. It's like slowly like breaking off, and I still would do whatever to keep it on, but I forgot like why, you
yeah.
know? But I just couldn't just throw it away or take it off for the longest time. It's
Fair.
the same shit as Charlotte. I it was weird.
I mean, I
Actually
generally only
Friday.
like wear any kind of accessories when I'm going somewhere that isn't work or like if I go to a con or if I'm going out to dinner with some people, like some friends or something, I'll
Uh-huh.
wear bracelets, necklaces, and stuff like that. I'm not a ring person. Rings kind of bother me, but
Yeah. It's you gotta fight? What? You gotta find the right ring. And
yeah.
then it's like it's perfect. And I've only managed to get like one good one.
Mhm.
I did buy another one when I was in Canada, but I actually gave it to my friend there, and
Mhm.
he wears it to this day. Like he likes it a lot. So it's like it's like smooth and you can still like move it around. It doesn't fall off or anything. So it's
Yeah.
really comfortable of cutting them. It just didn't fit on my finger. It slipped off too fast because I have
Mhm.
got little baby hands, small fingers. So I only have one good ring that actually stays on no matter what I do. So, and
Fair.
it's not like tight or anything, but
See, I have a bunch of my mom's old jewelry, but my mom had little baby hands. So,
the
like, her
hands.
biggest ring only fits on my pinky. And I'm
Oh,
like, my mom was very tiny. And I'm like, I can't wear any of her stuff. So, I sold most of her jewelry already anyway.
damn.
What am I going to do with it?
Not wear it, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
I mean, she had some stuff that had, like, diamonds and stuff in it. And I'm like,
I need
I'm
money.
I could use money. It's really
Yeah.
useful. I can't wear these. Might as well sell them. Because my brother didn't want them and nobody else wanted them. I'm surprised my brother didn't want them. He could have sold them for money. But, like, and I'm not having children, so it's not like I can pass them down or anything. But most of my jewelry now is, like, very nerdy anyway. I have, like, bracelets that are fairy tale or One Piece, and I have a necklace that's Naruto. So
That's what it was. Speaking of Naruto,
Hmm.
have you ever had like a DS or a DSi or something like that?
Yeah.
So I remember playing the demo for like a Naruto game when I was a kid. I remember doing that before I even watched Naruto. I played Naruto as like a game. It was like a little fighting game or something.
I didn't know there
I
was one
remember
for the
doing that.
DS.
There was. And it was weird because I didn't buy the game. I only played the demo, grinded the
Hmm.
shit out of the demo, and that was it. It
Oh my
was like
god.
I don't even know how to explain it. It was like a 2D fighting game
Yeah. I mean, I know
and
there's Naruto fighters, but the ones I know are on like the PlayStation 2 and the
or
PlayStation 3.
Xbox or something like
Yeah.
that.
So.
I did, yeah, because I played Naruto like Ultimate Storm
Hmm.
after I watched Naruto, but I did play one on my 3DS or my DS. I think it might have been my 3DS.
That's wild. I know there was
And yeah,
some like Dragon Ball ones and a Yu Hakusho one that was on the Game Boy Advance. I guess I don't know a lot about the DS. The only reason I had the DS was because my ex boyfriend bought it for me just so I would play Pokemon Black with him,
you
which
could
I
probably sell that for a decent
already sold
amount.
it.
Yeah, yeah, well, there you go. I was gonna say like people buying this
Yeah,
shit. I still have my old Pokemon games. I refuse to like let that shit go.
yeah. I
I've looked
sold it a while back
I was
because
too lazy to like just grab my previous Pokemon and bring it up to the Pokemon games that I have now. I'm just too lazy for that,
fair.
honestly. It's like it's gonna be a historic like relic. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna leave it there.
I wish I wouldn't have opened it because apparently I would have been able to sell it for more. Um,
Probably.
because I opened it once to put it in to play it, and I think I made it like maybe 5 minutes into the game, and then I was like, I'm not doing this.
This
I was,
shit garbage.
I was so mad because like I didn't really want a DS at the time. I wanted a because this was around the time the PSP had just coming out,
Ah,
and I was like, I want a PSP, and I was saving up for a PSP. And then for Christmas, he bought me a DSi or a DS, I don't know which one of the two, and then a Pokemon game. And I was like, I'm grateful you bought me a gift for Christmas, but also you bought me a gift for Christmas just so I would play this game with you that I don't want to play. Like, why? Like he
I look.
knew I didn't have
Uh,
interest in playing Pokemon. He's just like, yeah, now you have one. You have no excuse. And like my excuse is still I don't want to play it.
yeah, I feel like from like a perspective that could be seen as like, oh, that's kind of he was being nice and he bought
Yeah,
you a game, but it's like still I didn't want to play it.
yeah, but it's like,
And you kind of like forced it upon me to at least play with you or something.
yeah, because it's like at the time, because I had been with this one for 4 years, and we had already bought a PlayStation 3 and a together that
Yeah,
we alternated between whose house it was in, but whenever we hung out, we always brought it over and we played games on it together. So
yeah,
we played a lot of fighting games together, and sometimes we played like through Catherine together and stuff like that. So we were already playing games together, but
yeah,
we were playing games we both wanted to play. We weren't playing stuff like I never made him play games he wasn't interested in, and he very much tried to make me play games I didn't want to interested. The only good thing about him buying me the DS was there was apparently a Digimon game that came out on DS, and I found this out after we broke up, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to play this
oh,
Digimon game." Good thing I have a DS now. Fuck
yeah.
the dude that bought it for me, but glad I have it now. So,
Oh, I the only like time I've had someone like make me play a game that I did not want to was Animal Crossing on the
oh yeah.
Switch, and that was it. And that's just because like my toxic German ex girlfriend was like, "Oh, we gotta play more games." And when I was dating her, bro, I had like nothing. I had no one and nothing done because
Mhm.
otherwise she would have been pissed off at me.
Oh
So like
god.
I played like 3 games. I think it was like Minecraft, Animal Crossing when she made me to,
Mhm.
but mainly it was like Monster Hunter World. But then because I'm a gamer, I keep surpassing her in every game. So then she doesn't want to play anymore. So then we switched to a different game. So then I played like Warframe afterwards, and that was like my coping mechanism. And then, I remember
Yeah.
it was hot. It was gross, but I just did not like Animal Crossing at all,
I
and
don't
they
blame
made me
you.
play it. It
I
was so
just
boring. I don't know
it
how to do.
I I
I
get
can't
that. I could
beat the
not play
shit out
it.
of my neighbors. I don't know what else to do.
I mean,
Like,
can't you hit them with the net to like get mad and move away or something?
I dug pits around one of their houses so they couldn't go anywhere, and that was it. I committed crime, and that was all. Like, there was nothing I could have done in that game. It
Oh
was
my
so
god.
boring.
I get that. Like
Oh,
it's hard like peop I never understood how people can date somebody who's not nerdy to begin with, but also like just dating somebody that is also nerdy. You still have to make sure they're into the right kind of nerdage, or else you're not gonna share that with them, and you have to establish like, okay, we don't
yeah.
have anything in common. That's fine. I like you for you. You do your thing, I do my thing, which is something I would never be able to do because I've tried dating people that are also nerdy but not into anime, and it has
Ugh,
not worked. And I'm like, you if you want to get
yeah.
into anime with me, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to do it. But like also if you're not into it, don't bitch at me because I watch a lot of anime. I'm gonna do my thing. You go play your fucking Call of Duty over in the corner. I'm gonna watch my fairy tale. Leave me alone. Don't bitch that I'm
Yeah.
watching too much anime. You play too much Call of Duty. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I mean, I do like being introduced to certain things, but it's like
Yeah.
when I am dead set on it,
Mhm.
knowing I'm not gonna enjoy a
Yeah.
game. Like, I know it's like never, judge a book by its cover, you don't know
Right.
until you try, but it's like I don't wanna play Animal Crossing. It like
Yeah.
it's everything that I do not like to play in a game.
It's so easy to like if you have somebody because I also I'm very open to trying new things, but
Yeah.
when I say I'm open to trying new things, don't recommend me something that is so far beyond something that I would be interested in. Like, don't
Yeah.
you know I hate isekai? Don't recommend me an isekai anime. If you want to get me into a series you like, find something that's not an isekai, or if like same with you like a video game. If you they know what kind of video game you like, if they want to get you into something that they're similar to, why not start with something that you might actually like? It's not that hard.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, it's like you're going way off topic. At least try to get something that you might think I might enjoy.
yeah.
Yeah, not something that I definitely wouldn't, and you're just gonna make me play because you like it.
Right.
Something like that. I try and like that's kind of how I interact with most of my friends. I don't like to make them play games, but it's
Mhm.
like if I played this game or something similar, I'd be like, "Hey, you want to try this?" And we'll play it, maybe or not. That's
Right.
if they let me buy it for them. Because sugar daddy moments, I buy a lot of games for my friends, so
I mean,
you
almost like
know,
with you and me and like Pokemon to kind of cycle it back to the beginning. Like, you never pressured me to play Pokemon. I went to you and I was like, I hate
yeah,
this
you went to
franchise.
me.
But like because people were trying to pressure me into playing it because like, oh, you're just being too harsh. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to play this with somebody who respects the fact that I don't like it, and they're not going to force me to like it. But I
Yeah.
know I'm gonna enjoy my time with you while I'm playing it because like we're doing a playthrough where you're playing through it and I'm playing through it and we're kind of like doing it at the same pace. It
Yeah, I didn't know how to go about it at first. Did
yeah
she just want me to play it? Did she want to play it herself and I'm watching? How about
uh,
we both play it so I know
yeah.
what's going on?
So
So
like
I'll get the nostalgia and you'll get the first time, you know?
yeah and like
And then for 3 hours of it, I started just gambling.
yeah.
That
you
was great.
you're sitting there gambling and I'm sitting here like I don't know what I'm doing anymore, but I'm just doing stuff. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, I missed the Voltorb switch. I had to start
Oh my
We
god.
love gambling. Let's go.
No, we do not support this here.
I mean, oh yeah, no, ooh, bad, not good for you.
We
But you
need to
can't end on a loss. But
All right, but I mean, it's something that I approached you with, and I approached it because I knew you would respect. Like, okay, you're not gonna care that I'm gonna shit talk it. You
Mhm.
actually laugh when I shit talk it.
Yeah,
So whereas most other people would get very offended when I criticize anything regarding, which is why I've had a really hard time trying to remotely understand Pokemon because I criticize things I like. I criticize
Yeah.
Digimon for things, and Digimon's one of my favorite franchises. I criticize Fairy Tail. I criticize Fruits Basket, and as well, two of my favorite anime of all time. I don't think it's proper to like something or say you love something if you don't accept that it's not perfect. But
Yeah.
like, so of course when I don't actually like something, I'm going to have criticisms as well. You can't tell me I'm supposed to just automatically fall in love with this thing.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything that's, like, perfect about anything. I
Mhm.
can't even think of a single thing that's perfect when it comes to, like, games or animes or shows or anything. Like, there's
Mhm.
always something, right? Someone's
Right.
gotta say something, there's always, like, one thing,
Yeah,
which, I
exactly.
mean, I guess that's the fun of it, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone likes their own things, different opinions, that's how that works.
if there was something that was perfect, then we wouldn't need anything else, right?
There would be world peace if there was. No, no one agrees on one thing. Nobody.
We will have the perfect anime of all time, and then people will still not agree with it. So it's like,
Exactly. They'd critique it or judge it.
yeah.
No, they'll start complaining about the like artist or some shit. Like they'd always pull something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's you can never win. That's just how that's life. You just
Yeah.
can never win. And that's okay. You
Yeah,
don't need to win.
that's the beauty of it. Cause like I like having different opinions. And this is again like why I asked you to be a guest for this because like I I thought we had a lot more different opinions than
Oh my
I
bad.
thought cuz like generally we've only ever talked about Sword Art Online and isekais. So um
Well, I just remember saying I've watched this and this, and you're like, oh, so that's all you. No,
yes,
I just
cuz
don't remember what else I watched because it never comes up to my head unless it's like within conversation and it's like, oh, you remember this? I was like, oh shit, I do. You know,
yeah,
so
and now
I don't remember off the bat.
I put you on the spot for 2 hours, and now I'm like, "Okay, you have watched decent anime, you just always name the shitty ones whenever I ask."
I just like to keep it hidden, so you come to me and talk to me about stuff. Yeah.
You're
It-
secretly a masochist, and you just like it when I shit on your taste, I understand.
oh shit, maybe I am. I never knew that.
Um, but yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it's I like having debates about anime, I like hearing other people's opinions on it, even if I disagree with
hmm.
them. I like to give my opinions on stuff just most people don't handle it well. Like if I criticize something people like, people are like, "Oh, how dare you? You're a horrible person. You're wrong." And I'm like,
You're wrong.
My opinion can't be wrong because it's my opinion.
Yeah.
Your opinion can't be wrong because it's your opinion. I can still say it's trash though.
True.
I can still make fun of you for thinking Sword Art Online is your favorite anime when
And that's okay.
yeah.
I know for a fact that's like a lot of people, it's a love or hate, and I just love it. That's about it.
I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't even watched Sword Art Online, so I can't even really shit on it.
You can if you like, you can judge it all you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not gonna be
I
like 100% I true. It's like I don't care.
One of these days I'm actually gonna watch it and then I'm just gonna send you like 5 paragraphs in DM of like, okay, what is wrong in your brain? Here's
And
everything that
mine?
is wrong with this. Yes.
No. You know what? That's okay. Yeah, let me know because it would be fun to talk about that.
Right. All right. Well, we've been going for about 2 hours. Thank you
Let's
again
go.
for
I
like
live
being here and helping me cover this episode.
for like a good hour and a half of it. Talked about Pokemon.
Oh my god, I'm
The
gonna
rest
have.
was toys and other stuff. So
I mean, that's fine. I'm perfectly cool with that. I'm like, again, I anything anime adjacent is fun, and like that's what we're here for. Like to have fun conversations. Um, Go ahead and plug your shit. Where can they find you? What's your Twitch? What's your Twitter? Like, what's your shit?
I don't stream.
That's bullshit.
Can I not just say that? Be like, yeah, I don't.
All right,
Not me.
you cut out. I think.
I did.
I think so.
I actually
Either
I
that or
just
you
said
just
that was
got
not
really
me.
quiet.
And then you said I was like, oh, she's gonna say something.
No. What is your? Because I don't remember what your
Um,
actual Twitch is.
Bro, I don't remember what my Twitch is. Dracowis18, I think. Something like that.
Trigger. I'll put it in the description of where you're listening to this to. He does stream. He plays Pokemon and other. He plays Valorant and stuff. And sometimes I drag him into Apex. Um,
Not me who uninstalled Apex again.
rude. Uh,
Hey man, I needed room for games like what was I playing? I don't know. Hogwarts Legacy?
oh,
Maybe?
well, now we're canceled.
No!
But if you want to check out whenever we do the next Pokemon playthrough, go check out his channel.
Yes.
Um, I'll link his Twitter and his Twitch down below, so you'll be able to find it. If you want more updates regarding this podcast, go to Rice
Rice
Con
gum.
RiceCon podcast on Twitter. I always forget the at of our
I
fucking
thought you
Twitter.
were a rice bun or something.
It's Rice Ball Conflict, but it's too
Oh,
long of a name for the Twitter at, so we had to shorten it. So, uh,
RBC.
RiceCon podcast on our Twitter. We upload this on YouTube, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Tell your friends, get them on here. Next time we'll have Shio back for our next episode, and
Hopefully.
we'll figure out something. If you want to follow me, I'm Cyan Kincaid on Twitch, and Twitter is Cyan Aniki. That is everything will be down below. Catch y'all next time. Thank you again, Draco. You really saved my ass today.
No problem. I wasn't sleeping anytime soon, so
Who needs sleep?
I do.
No.
Not anymore though, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I don't need sleep. It
Bye,
was fun.
guys.
Glad we talked again.
Yeah,
So
for sure.